All right, so what's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel, man. It's your boy, and today I want to give you guys a first look at Weapon X in this new infected bioweapon uniform. Gotta say, I've been having some fun with it. They actually did a pretty good job making her, I would say, easier to use. She's not perfect. She is pretty proc friendly. I've been running her with ignore, dodge, and a 180 proc. All you really got to do is delay cancel the third, insta cancel the fifth, and then proc on the fourth. However, since you do have to let her land when she delays the third skill, there's a chance, if you're not quick enough, that you will lose your proc by the time you get to the fourth skill. But she is pretty good if you actually land a proc. For me today though, I am going to use her with a CTP just because I got lucky. I'm gonna show you guys what I mean in a second in case you don't keep track of the community posts. I know I'm coming very late with this video on Weapon X, but if you've seen my last video, man, I tear for the Apocalypse, and he's been such a disappointment to me that I really didn't want to even talk about the game, bro. Like, again, if you've been here for a very long time, you know I make videos on the game when I'm having fun, when stuff excites me, and Apocalypse was just really killing my mood, killing my vibe. So took a few days off, and I'm coming back with Weapon X late. Sorry, but yeah, she actually is pretty good. I'm gonna use her with a CTP of Rage just because I got lucky and I got one. In case you're wondering how I got lucky and got one, well, the Cosmic Core event is here and I've been farming Shadowland, and as you can see, I got myself a free CTP of Rage from the daily reroll. I'm hoping that you guys also get some luck as well. But yeah, your boy got a CTP of Rage, so we're gonna toss it on Weapon X, have a little bit of fun with her. She's primarily a PvP character because of this uniform bonus, which is absolutely amazing, by the way. The fact that they make it so that she gives zombie allies, which we'll be getting more of in the future. I'm assuming every October until the game ends. For Halloween, we're gonna get more zombies, at least 2 or 3, minimum, but probably more, right? So 45 for extra damage to superheroes and supervillains, and then we get debuff removal. So really good for Otherworld, Arena, and Alliance Conquest. Primarily, I don't see her getting that much use at all, if any, for timeline battle, unless they ban literally everyone, which they rarely do. Like, on the off chance that they ban Sentry, Surfer, Logan, Deadpool, Thanos, then you could possibly see a Weapon X zombie team in timeline battle, but it's very rare. Usually they only ban like 2, and then they'd have to ban like maybe Maddie and then Con. There's so many characters they'd have to ban for her to be like a staple in timeline, in my opinion. But hey, the zombie passive right here with the Berserker thing that gives all zombie allies 7 seconds of immortality is really cool. They immediately die no matter what you do. Like, you can tag them out after it triggers, but as soon as they come back in, they're all gonna die. But it's really cool to see them doing different things with the undead passive. And I'm looking forward to seeing what happens when they give, I don't know, a zombie uniform to somebody who already has the undead ability. Which one supersedes which? And what I'm talking about is, like, for example, Wolverine, he has an undead artifact, right? But his is the better one, which when he drops the 1 HP, then he becomes immortal. Then he gains a percentage of his HP back. So I'm wondering if when he becomes a zombie in the future, because there's a zombie Logan, there's a zombie Spider-Man, there's zombie Hulk, there's zombies, there's so many freaking characters that become zombies in Marvel Zombies. So I'm curious to see how that undead artifact is going to overlap with the Berserker passive. But I guess we don't have to worry about what the answers are until next year, and I'm sure by then they'll basically decide on how they want it to work. Anyways, Weapon X, very useful. I would say in terms of the Halloween characters, between Sin, Morgan Le Fay, and her. Yeah, I would say I would put her at number 1 in terms of the most useful, just because she gives you the PvE aspect, the 45, 45. The only thing that kind of sucks about Weapon X is not even that it only applies to zombie characters and it's a small group of characters right now. It's realistically that she doesn't have very many stages that you can use her for in World Boss, right? She only has the healing tag really, because Chaos Magic doesn't pop up and the zombie tag doesn't pop up in World Boss right now unless we get more bosses in the future. Since I'm gonna change her now, I was gonna give her some more crit damage, but realistically, since I'm going to change it to an authority, I think a CTB of authority is probably the best thing to give her for AC / Otherworld battle, because you want to give her as much damage reduction as possible. She has 35 here, but just give her as close to 100% as possible so that you prevent her 4-star passive from activating for as long as possible. I will say though, since you want to build her for Otherworld battle / AC, you want to have a lot of HP on your cards. You really do, and a lot of defense to prevent that passive from activating for as long as possible. And I've been doing some testing with her and Zombie Cap, and I gotta say, with Weapon X and Zombie Cap on the same team, bro, Captain America outperforms pretty much 90% of my combat tier 4s. Well, there's not that many, right? I would say Zombie Cap is almost as good as my Titan Hulk. Granted, my Titan Hulk is built for PvE, but I would say I'm getting results very similarly to my tier 4 Carnage out of Zombie Cap, and because of that, I'm kind of considering tier 4 Captain America. Like, he blows freaking Apocalypse out of the water when you put him together with Weapon X. The zombie passive is just absolutely insane. So if you care about those two game modes, then yeah, definitely consider picking up this uniform for Weapon X, because once it's gone, it's not coming back until next year. Anyways, I've been rambling for so long, but let me just jump in and show you guys a little bit of what you can do. Although primarily you're not going to be using her as a PvE character, you're primarily just getting her for, like I said, AC / Otherworld battle. And Otherworld battle, they be banning a lot of characters very, very often. So yeah, let me just, not Jean. Let me grab this girl up. And where are you? All the way at the bottom here. I'm even considering tier 4 her, to be honest, which is not something I ever thought I would be considering, even though she's part Wanda. But I'm not sure if it's because they've been dropping so many mediocre tier 4s that now when they drop one that's even like half decent, I'm like, okay, this one might be the one to get, you know what I'm saying? But realistically, I think it's more so because of the fact that they gave her so many different buffs that makes her like pretty good for like Otherworld battle and AC, you know? And since, especially for Otherworld battle, so many characters get banned on a regular basis, which is good because I like to see the variety, right? It makes it so that having a tier 4 Weapon X isn't a bad idea. Not bad, not bad. 45 seconds. I'll see. It depends on what you call it. If the next tier 4 that they drop is like a mediocre tier 4, which I hope it's not, because word on the street is it's supposed to be no, right? It might be doing like something to do with Venom just because we just had Venom 3. Still haven't seen the movie yet, but I've been hearing good things. I'll eventually go see it. Just not in my superhero phase right now. Okay, let me see if I can squeeze out some. Okay, good. Not bad. Not bad. Good, not bad. I was kind of scared there. I thought I was gonna waste all of that damage from the 6 skill. My rotation was definitely not on par, but I was just trying to squeeze out a little bit of damage before he cutscened me. So yeah, sub 2 minutes is not bad. It's Especially since I don't really have nothing crazy in the build. Like I don't even have the crit damage capped off, which at the bare minimum I should have, but it is what it is. Okay. Now let me see how we do against Gore. It's one of the few high stages that we can actually attempt. Okay, don't move out of the range of my attack, buddy. This guy pushed me all the way in the corner. Come on. Okay. I'm trying to keep him in the center, but he's being a real scumbag, bro. Like, hold on. Yeah, he keeps pushing me into the darkness. The damage doesn't look too bad, but to be honest, I wanted to do a little bit more. I would have liked to push him down to maybe 7 or 8 bars by now. But he kept guard breaking and pushing me into the darkness. What's the AoE like? Not bad. We could hit 3 of them, but we only killed 2. Really? Okay. Okay, let me out of that. These guys are so spaced out, I don't like it. Damn, the third skill doesn't do nearly as much damage as I would like. The majority of her damage comes from the Awakened skill, eh? Even with the accumulation. Whoa, oh, come on, he moved out of that? Man, she's tanking okay. Not anything crazy. The more I think about it, the more I think I might tier for her, just for the simple fact that since these days I don't spend nearly as much, like not even like 5% of what I usually used to spend, because they're just not dropping things like the things that they need to drop to make me spend, they're just not dropping. But I'm thinking about, like, if you're gonna buy Weapon X's uniform, I think you should tier for her. Just like how, like, if you're picking up Ghost Rider's uniform, which Ghost Rider is the best Halloween seasonal, right? He's far and away superior to Black Bolt. But if you're buying a seasonal uniform, you want to go all the way, like, get everything you can out of the character while they're, because Weapon X is only gonna get, actually that's not true. I was gonna say she's only gonna get weaker, but that's true and false, right? She's only gonna get weaker in terms of, like, there's gonna be other characters that are stronger than her, because that's just the nature of the game, power creep. But she's only gonna become more useful because now that they've opened the zombie realm, or the realm of possibilities for zombie characters, they're not just gonna stop releasing them, right? Like, they're gonna come with more zombies and stronger zombies in the future, whether it's for PvE or PvP, and she does both. So something to consider. However, if you, let's say, don't care about any of the characters that are currently zombified, then yeah, you could skip over her and then wait until next year when they release more zombies, because I highly doubt we're gonna get zombies outside of Halloween. So when the zombies that you do care about get released, she'll be back for purchase. So if the ones that are here right now, which to be honest, the only 2 that are like really, really good, well, that's not true. Falcon has his use, right? He has the support passive, but the only 2 that I would say right now that are like actually worth it are like, yeah, Cap. I think Cap's zombie uniform is worth it. Doctor Strange is definitely the man of the hour, bro. This guy wrecks GBR and World Boss, and obviously he's ABX, ABL meta right now. And believe it or not, for Alliance Conquest, Steven actually does work, bro. Like, because he does so much damage so quickly with his skills now. You could put him on a team and you would be surprised. Like, the other day I put him on a team in Conquest, and he freaking one-shotted a tier 4 Spider-Man, which, and by the way, this was without using Weapon X to keep him alive, right? He legitimately wiped out a tier 4 Spider-Man, and I was up against a whale team too. I thought there's no way he's gonna win, but like my Doctor Doom lost, and then let me show you guys the team I was using, right? It was actually freaking crazy. I wish I was recording, but I just didn't expect it, right? So I was using this team right here, like team 4. So I thought, oh yeah, my Doctor Doom probably is gonna be able to kill Spider-Man. No. He got his shit pushed in, and I was like, okay, it's over. And then freaking Steven spawned in. The Spider-Man was at full health, and this motherfucker just like one-shotted him, bro. So Doctor Strange is no joke right now. I'm not gonna tell you he's PvP meta or nothing like that, but you can get some PvP use out of him, even if you're running him with a CDP of Rage, especially if you put him together with Weapon X to give him that 7 seconds of immortality. However, he does not get guard break immunity from this thing. Just keep that in mind. It keeps them alive for 7 seconds, but if they get their head rocked by, I don't know, a sentry for the whole 7 seconds, then they're useless. But in the case of Doctor Strange, all he needs to do is tap his skills once and they just keep activating, right? So even if he gets head rocked, he can still be doing damage. So something to consider. Catch you guys in the next one. I would say Weapon X is definitely a good pickup.